Hi, I'm Mrs. Pribble, and I am the freshman counselor.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Powell. I am the counselor for sophomores through seniors with the last names A through G.
I am Mr. Kudamelka, and I have the students 10th through 12th grade with last names that start with H through O.
Hi, I'm Casey Onken, and I have the students that are 10th through 12th grade and the last names that begin with P through Z.
Hi, my name is Melinda Hadley, and I'm your secretary to the counselors. I am able to assist you with PowerSchool, so if you have any questions with PowerSchool. I also am able to help you with your transcripts or anything that has to do with scholarship information. If you have any questions that with any of those, you are more than welcome to email me before you ask to be seen by my QR code. But at this time, it's great to meet you. Hope to see you guys all throughout the year.
Hi, I'm Susie Jones. I'm the school social worker. My office is in the counseling office, and I provide extra support to students and families. So if you're struggling or need to talk, you can always come down. Work really closely with your counselor. So if there's anything that you need starting off the school year or you're feeling anxious, don't hesitate to come down.
Hey, I'm Danielle Garrison. I'm the CRCC therapist here at East. If you're struggling with anything like anxiety or worry or just need someone to talk to, have a chat with your counselor and see if you need to come see me. I'm open and would love to help you through some of those things.
Students, this year we have things a little bit different in the counseling office. If you need to see one of us, instead of signing in, you will find one of these posters with a QR code. Just take your phone or your iPad and hover it over the QR code for your particular counselor, and a link will pop up on your screen. Fill out the Google form, and it'll send us an email that you need one of us. Just patiently wait for a pass, and then we will come get you as needed.
Welcome, students. I want to welcome all of those new students who are coming to Bellevue East for the first time, and welcome all the returning students. We are really happy to have you guys back. I'm going to give you a look of what it is like to be in the counseling office. I'm going to move the computer around so you can see. My office is a little bit messy, maybe compared to some of the other counselors here, but that's kind of what you're going to see if you come into the counseling office. And I'll place the computer kind of where most of the students that come in sit. So this is kind of the perspective that you're going to see when you come to the counseling office. My name is Mr. Kudamelka. I work with students that are in 10th through 12th grade with last names H through O. To give you a breakdown of the counseling breakdown, Ms. Pribble works with all the freshmen. Mrs. Powell works with 10th through 12th graders with last names A through G. And Mrs. Onken works with 10th through 12th grade students with last names P through Z. So that's kind of how students are assigned. The first thing that students really do if they need to see a counselor to start the school year is a schedule change. I will let you know that the last day to add a class to the first semester is next Thursday. I believe that is August 20th. That's to add a class for credit. You can actually drop a class after that time, but the only thing you can do is to add a study hall or become a student aide for somebody. So adding a class has to be done in the next week. There is a form to do that. We want to reduce contact as much as possible, but inside where you come in the counseling office, just right around the corner, there's a form you can pick up. What it needs is a teacher signature, a parent signature, and then that form needs to get back to us, and then we can make a schedule change for you. I will tell you that most schedule changes aren't going to happen, just because what we are trying to do is to keep the classes kind of low in number so that there's social distancing so you guys can stay as safe as possible in the classroom. So we will definitely not overload classes or make them really large or anything like that. We won't change classes around to let you have classes with your friends and things of that nature too. We really are trying to keep classes as low as possible. Okay, some of the next things I'm going to talk about might be specific to freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors. Some of it might be information that you will just need to know to put in the back of your mind or put it in your phone, dates, things like that you're going to need to know. For seniors, there is a senior transcript release form that we need to have for each senior. This is especially important if you need your transcript sent to a college, if you're applying to a college, if you are applying to a scholarship or things like that. We need to send your transcript to those organizations. We need permission to do that, and how we get permission is on a senior transcript release form. So everyone will need to get one of those, get those completed, get that form back to us. I will post this information on Twitter. I will post this information on Schoology, so you'll be able to access it there, as well as get one of these forms from the counseling office. On September 22nd, there is an ACT that will happen here at Bellevue East. That is for seniors. That will be a school day that will be just for seniors taking the ACT test. So that's a date to remember. Again, that's September 22nd. Picture Day is September 17th. Mostly that is for freshmen through juniors that want their school picture taken. Packets will be distributed later for that. Seniors, certainly if you want to use that school picture for the yearbook or things like that, you can do that. Otherwise, if you want a senior photo placed in the yearbook, you usually have to have that senior to Mrs. Conley, or that picture to Mrs. Conley, excuse me. And her room is B03, and what you do is you get a photo to her that can be placed in the yearbook. There'll be more instructions on that, but typically the picture involves a headshot of you, no props like having a basketball or an instrument or things like that in the picture. So it's a picture of you, usually shoulders and above, is what you want to kind of organize for your senior pictures. Along with senior information, Jostens is an organization that comes to school to give you cap and gown information. You can also order like invitations and mugs or tassels, things like that for your own personal stuff. Some dates that they will be here at school to kind of work with you in your orders for your cap and gown or anything else. The first date they're coming is August 26th. The next dates they're coming in September. They're coming September 1st, 2nd, 14th, and 15th, and again on October 6th. So those are dates that will be in the building for you or maybe even a parent to possibly talk to them and get your order straight. If you're going to participate in the graduation ceremony, you have to have a cap and gown. So you have to have a cap and gown order to be able to do that. Another really important thing I would suggest to all students is follow me on Twitter. If you can kind of spell my name, I know my name is kind of placed around the counseling office, but if you can kind of spell my name, you'll find me on Twitter. It's Mike Kudemelka, which Kudemelka is spelled CHUDOMELKA, at Mike Kudemelka. And what I do on Twitter is I put a lot of information, reminders to students about ACT things, about school things, about scholarship things. When I get scholarship opportunities, I will place that on Twitter and I will put a link to the application with it. So that's why I use Twitter. I have a lot of students who say, I don't use Twitter, I don't have an account. I would say get one, or if not, get in the habit of doing, you could just do a Google search of Mike Kudemelka on Twitter and you'll find everything I posted. So there's a couple of different ways you can do that. What I will also do is there will be an instructional roster class that you will have on your schedule. And then through Schoology, I'll be able to post, again, a lot of scholarship opportunities, job opportunities, things like that that come your way. And I'll post notes and things about that on Schoology. And typically what happens is you get a message sent to you on your school email. Which comes to the next point. Students, you have to really get in the habit of looking at your email this year. I know a lot of students that we have tried to contact through email don't respond or don't reply. Get in the habit of doing email. With our current situation of COVID and trying to reduce the face-to-face contact that is out there, a lot of communication is going to be through email. So get in the habit of checking email, seeing what's out there. A lot of teachers, a lot of counselors will send you messages on email. So check those things out. Juniors and seniors, you will receive newsletters from the counseling office. Juniors, you receive a newsletter at least once a month. Seniors, you'll receive a newsletter once a week. Typically, that will be on Tuesday. And in those newsletters, again, we'll put scholarship opportunities, maybe college opportunities, job opportunities, just different things like that that you kind of will need to know for life after high school. We'll put that in the newsletters. For you freshmen and sophomores that maybe want to check those things out, we will have extra copies in the counseling office. So if you want to look ahead at what is out there, that'll be available in the counseling office also. Open campus lunch, which means can you leave campus to go get your own lunch? That is just for seniors. That will begin next Wednesday, August 19th is when that will begin. Seniors, many of you completed a senior release form, which means that you can get a shortened day, and hopefully your parents signed on that form for you to have open campus lunch. If they did not, or if that is not something you did, or you have a full schedule but you still want to have open campus lunch, we do have forms in the counseling office where you can come and pick up and complete it and then get off-campus lunch. The process for that is you get the form to us, we get you on a list, and then once you are on the list, the dean's office will be able to put a sticker on your ID card, which means that you are able to leave and come back for lunch. College visits, typically that's something that juniors and seniors are able to do, where a college representative will come and visit with our students. Most of that will be done virtually this year, which means they will not actually physically be in the building. We'll give information on that as it kind of comes available. Each school's probably going to have their own thing that they're going to do for you, but again, we'll give that information out to you on Twitter, the newsletters, through Schoology as it comes up. Senior students that are athletes, and maybe you want to be recruited to play a sport in college, either through the NCAA or what's called NAIA. The difference is, just in case you haven't looked at that, Creighton University, for example, Nebraska Omaha, Nebraska Lincoln, those are all NCAA schools. Places like Doane and Hastings College, those are NAIA schools. If you are interested in playing at one of those schools in the future, you have to do what's called a clearinghouse with each of them. They are online. So an NCAA has a clearinghouse and the NAIA has a clearinghouse. You have to actually register with those organizations. We send your transcript, and that way coaches can make sure that you will be eligible to play. There is a cost to that. If you are on free or reduced lunches, you can get a waiver. You can request a waiver, then I have to pay for that clearinghouse registration. But you have to get on there, register, request the waiver, and then I can validate your waiver is what I do, validate your request for a waiver. So that needs to be done if you're interested in doing college sports next year as a freshman. Seniors, October 1st, there is a thing that opens up called a FAFSA, FAFSA. This will help with financial aid in college. It'll hopefully help many of you to pay for college and college expenses. It's open open October 1st. You don't have to do it right away, although the better you do it, the sooner you do it, it's going to be better for you. What it helps you is to determine what you qualify for, what financial aid you qualify for, and then that will help you decide, can I afford this college, or can I, look somewhere else because I can't afford this college. Every school is going to have different financial aid, and every school is going to base a lot of their financial aid on this FAFSA. You have to have a parent kind of help you with this because they're going to need their parent tax information, but it is something to do right away. I will tell you there is a program that the university system does for UNO and UNL in Nebraska Kearney. It's called College Bound Nebraska. Typically, if you qualify for free reduced lunches, you will probably, most likely, qualify for their program that's called College Bound Nebraska, which gives free tuition to students who do a FAFSA and qualify financially to get aid. So that would mean you wouldn't pay for your classes. It is a great, fantastic deal that they offer, but again, you've got to do your FAFSA. You've got to get on top of it. Many of our students, about 24 of our students last year, were accepted for the Buffett Foundation Scholarship, which again pays for pretty much, not everything, but pays for a lot in school. Pays for a lot of scholarships and things for school, and it really is a scholarship you can get for 5 years. So if you go for college for 5 years, it's something you can do each year. They require that a FAFSA is completed for that scholarship. So there are programs, there are scholarships, there are opportunities out there that need a FAFSA completed. So even if you are maybe a student that doesn't think the FAFSA is for you, that doesn't think you'll qualify for anything, maybe you have a brother and sister that have done this already and they didn't qualify, you just need to do it. And some programs, like I said, require that you do a FAFSA. What I would tell you regarding a brother and sister in school is the more brother and sisters that you have in your house that go to school at the same time, the more aid you can qualify for. So even if you have a senior, for example, in college that's a brother or sister that doesn't qualify for anything, if you have another one that's going to be in school at the same time as you, both of you may not qualify for financial aid because you now have more than one person in your family going to school. So it's something really to do and to get on right away. That's really about all the information I have. Hopefully this wasn't too painful for you guys to watch. Certainly ask questions. Send us emails as guidance counselors. That's going to be a great way to get a hold of us. I think an earlier video talked about the QR codes. Most of our QR codes are listed and posted around the building. You can send us a message that way, and we'll get back to you and take care of whatever you need and help you guys out. So again, thank you guys. We welcome all of you back. We hope you have a great school year. We'll help you out as much as we can, and you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you.